Guys, how you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for watching this video. Yeah, I hope everything is going well with you guys. I know I have not been recording as much lately, but yeah. So this video, I'm recording this video in it's the middle of May. It's May 19. May 19. Yeah. So I don't have a lot of updates as far as my job search. I mean, I think I'm going to have a couple of updates coming up just because I had a lot of interviews and phone calls, so I'm hoping something's gonna happen soon. But this video, I'm gonna be talking about one of the reasons I decided to learn to code. So yeah, I think as I mentioned before, my channel, it's gonna be revolving about, like obviously tech, like coding, tech, those kind of things. But also I'm gonna be talking about things that have impacted my life. And one of those things is this book that I have right here. This book that I have right here definitely kind of like changed my life. One of the reasons I decided to code. So yeah, I remember a couple of days ago, yeah, almost 2 weeks ago, I think. A person reached out to me and just asked me a couple of questions. Why did I want to code? And asked me like a lot of things, right? Like I feel like I gave him like a good answer, but it wasn't 100% convinced. And then I remember that this was one of the reasons, this book was one of the reasons why I decided to code. So with that being said, I'm gonna make a quick summary into why I feel like this is a book that really impacted me, really changed me. And yeah, I'm also looking at my screen, just I don't want to keep bringing a lot of random things, so I'll keep it, I'm gonna try to keep it organized. So okay, yeah, I found this book online. What was it, like probably like a year and a half ago? No, it was like yeah, maybe like I don't know, like I remember like March of last year. I started reading this book almost right when I was right when I was about to leave my company. So this book, I wanted this book to be like a preparation for me to like learn more about finance, learn more about like the industry, and be. I mean, the title of the book is called So Good They Can Ignore You, which basically I thought he meant, like you have to be the best of the best, But I guess like just to, I mean, I'm gonna summarize. I'm gonna give you like the key of the book like right now, like in the next 10 seconds. And if you don't want to watch this video, you don't have to watch it, because I'm giving it to you. This book simply says, like, the main idea of this book is not to follow your passion. Yep, don't follow your passion, but become really good at something that people cannot ignore you. That's basically it. If you don't want to watch this video anymore, you can just stop watching it. Maybe like it before you go though, but just end the video now. You don't have to watch it. But yeah, like this is basically the whole idea of this book, right? The whole idea of this book is just to just to summarize. The idea of the book is just to do not follow your passion, because that might be dangerous for some people, most people. I mean, it doesn't, obviously, like, it's not a, it's my opinion. The book's also kind of like, it's also the book's opinion. But yeah, it basically, like, the book says that following your passion might be bad for some people. And I'll explain you why right now, right? So yeah, like that actually, like, I mean, this guy Cal Newport mentions that in order to create a passion, passions are difficult to come across. In order to have a passion about something, you need time, right? Like, obviously, it takes time for someone to create a passion about something. Also, passion, yeah, they're basically rare. Like, not everyone just follows a passion immediately. It takes time, and there's also like a side of you kind of have to become like an expert in order to be passionate about something. Like. Which makes some sense to me, because like most people are not passionate about things that they not like, or things that they're not good at. You probably play a sport that you're pretty comfortable at, like you're probably not passionate about something that you're like you're not too good about it, because it's kind of crazy, right? I finished this book over a weekend. I'm not even lying to you. Like I found the book and I started reading it. I think like Thursday night. And I finished it on Sunday. It was done by Sunday. Like I normally finish book quick, but I feel like this book, it was one of those books that I just kept page after page, because really, I feel like I found it at a good time in my life. Like to read this book. I found it right when I needed it, And yeah, I mean, like basically, like the first thing, like of the one of the first chapters. Well, not even the first. I mean, yeah, chapter one. Chapter one is called. I don't know if you guys can see it right here. Maybe cool. The chapter one is called "The Passion of Steve Jobs." Yeah, I remember that. I still remember that. Like honestly, like I'm just reading it right now. Like I feel like I remember like if I just read it. You probably read, not read. You probably seen because I've seen it before. Is Steve Jobs gave a speech during graduation, and it's one of the most viewed graduation speeches in history. One of the quotes I have it here actually, because in case I don't want to misquote it. He says that in order for you, no, he basically says you have to find something that you love. The only way to be truly satisfied is to do something that you believe is great work. So yeah, basically Steve Jobs is telling you that you have to find something that you love in order to work at. You know, like basically he's telling you to go find go do your passion, right? Like go do something that you like. But not a lot of people know. I mean, maybe some people know that Steve Jobs went to Reed College, and he dropped out of college. You know, he did not complete college, and it wasn't because, you know, like kind of like what's his name, like Zuckerberg, you know, who basically founded a company and decided, you know what, college is not for me. I'm gonna do my company. And Steve Jobs dropped out just because he was a college dropout. Like there's no other way around it. He was sleeping on floors. I don't know if you know. Like he was homeless. He didn't wear shoes to class. Like he was just. I mean, some people who know him, you know, they basically said he was kind of like a freak. You know, like he was just one of those guys who's just like, you're basically saying like, what's wrong with this guy? You know, why is he like sleeping in, you know, like sleeping on the floor, homeless? You know, he was eating at a home shelters. People, you know, like he was not like the kind of founder of a company that you imagine. You know, like he was just a little bit, you know, like a little bit too much. Yeah, you've probably seen the movies that he made. I've never seen the movies, but I've heard like the stories. Like, I probably should have watched the movies if I'm really talking about the movies, right? But I do know, like, I mean, I read his bio, like, I read this book, and I know something about Steve Jobs. I know that he, after dropping out of college, he moved back home and started working at Atari, I think. Like, yeah, started working at Atari, and he left Atari. He left Atari to go to India and to learn about, you know, like religion, and wanted to have like a spiritual journey. So he went there, and then he eventually came back to the US. But he did not come back to the US to work at Apple or to create a company or to make great things, right? He came back because he wanted to start like some kind of like a religious yoga meditation place, you know, like that was his plan. But obviously, like, you know, I mean, I'm not gonna tell you the rest of the story, because, you know, like we all know it. Like I'm using a MacBook right now obviously, like, we owe Steve Jobs a lot of things, right? But I guess what I'm trying to tell you is that he was not passionate about working in tech at the beginning. You know, he was not passionate. Obviously, I'm pretty sure at the end of his life, you know, like, or maybe during his whole life, you know, like after working in his company, he became passionate about, right? But right, if he would have followed his passion, he probably would have been working in some yoga place or doing something kind of like that, right? But that did not work out for him, and he ended up working in tech. And while in tech, you know, I mean, you've seen the story, you know the story, we know about Steve Jobs. But that's basically an example, right, of why following your passion is sometimes not the best thing to do, right? I'll give you another example, just because, let me see how much time I have. Yeah, I feel like I have enough time to give you another example, because I want to keep the video kind of short. I'll give you two examples really quickly. So there's these two students who wanna become bloggers. You know, they wanna become either YouTube bloggers, any, like, you know, like maybe like, I don't know, have like a blog and just live out of the blog and do some traveling. You know, like imagine like that person who wants to travel the world and get paid to just write about traveling the world and all these things, right? Student A decides to, like, after college, you know, like she completes college, and she starts making her blog, traveling the world, doing whatever, like trying to grow the account, blah, 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 blah. And she's not... Okay, well, I'll come back to that. And there's another one, who after college, she gets a job that she might not love, right? She just gets a job, 9 to 5, but she's learning in the job about, you know, like social media, marketing. She's learning applicable skills that might help her in the future, you know? But she's not like passionate about it, about the job, right? But she's learning the skills necessary for her to be successful in her passion. So let's move forward, like I don't know, like 3 years, 5 years. The first student that went and traveled the world right after college, like it's back home. Like now she works. I don't know where she works, but I mean she came back home and she didn't do well. She didn't do well because she followed her passion immediately. She just the first thing that's what she wanted to do, and that's what she did. But obviously, like some people did not find that useful, did not find any value. But this other girl, working the company for 3 or 5 years, just started moving up in position, started learning, started like I don't know, like she learned exactly what she needed to do for her passion to work. So she learned her skills in her company. Then she's able to transition and just become a blogger and do really well because now she knows all the tools that she needs in order to be successful. So that's kind of like the key of the book, right? Like I mean, that's kind of like what the book talks all about. The best advice of this book is that I basically took personal, and actually that's the reason I decided to code, is because if I want to be have like if I do want to work in something that I'm passionate about and something that I enjoy working at, I have to be really good at something. It's called career capital. Career capital again. Career capital. So you need to be good at something that is rare. Like a skill that not a lot of people have, and it's valuable to do a lot of work. That's the reason I feel like when I was basically thinking about a lot of things, I came to the conclusion that I have been wanting to learn to code to have more opportunities, and coding seemed like a perfect place. It's not like I mean, to be honest, like I mean, do I feel super passionate about coding? Probably not not at the beginning. Now I feel like it's growing on me. I really like enjoying it. I'm able to sit on the computer and code for 10 hours because I'm actually working on things that I like. So that's kind of like me, like what this book drove me, I decided to code because it provides me with opportunities. It provides me with career capital to follow things that I'm passionate about, So for example, I'm really passionate about personal development, fitness, sports, finance. So if I become really good at coding, I can use my coding skills in order for me to pursue my other things that I'm passionate about. Hope that is making sense. But yeah, after reading this book, I would just basically I just decided I was like, man, dude, like this guy, it's nailing. Yeah, I'm not gonna give you much about the book now. I feel like if you're interested, I'll provide you the link below. Yeah, I'll share the link with you. Like, you can just look it up and see what you think about it. And yeah, I mean, this book, it's honestly like one of the reasons. And there's more reasons to it, but this book singularly contributed significantly in me wanting to learn to code and wanting to make a career in tech. And I'm so glad I was able to find it. Because yeah, like I guess one of the summaries, just to summarize everything that I'm been saying, if you want a great job, you need to provide great value to the company that they're gonna hire you. Like you cannot, your passion won't be enough. You have to be really good about something, and if you're fortunate enough to be good at something, maybe you're able to combine like your skills, your career capital, with your passion, right? Like if you're passionate about like I don't know, like something, if you become really good at that, then you can probably use your skills to work in your passion. But the other way around is different, right? Like for example, if I'm really passionate about, I don't know, like let's say like music, right? It'd be hard for me just to make a career in music just by being passionate. But if I have the skills that provide me, like they open the doors for me, right? Like if I have a lot of skills that are valuable, that's gonna help me get the job that I want. So yeah, I mean that's basically what I have. I'll be making more videos, not about books, right? I mean, maybe, I don't know, like if you guys like it, I'll probably talk about a couple more books that I have because I read a lot of books, right? But yeah, let me know what you think about this book, and really, like if you wanna, I recommend it. Give it a try. Let me know what you think, and leave some nice comments if you think like what I said, you enjoy what I said, and you like what I said. And if you don't like what I said, or you think I'm wrong, just let me know too. Like I'm happy to discuss. I'm happy to have a what do you call it? A grown-up discussion about why you think like what I'm saying is incorrect. But yeah, I mean this book itself like is one of the reasons I decided to code, and I'm super happy I read this book, and I highly recommend it to you. And guys, hope to see you guys in the future. I'm gonna make another video, and thank you so much. I feel like I really appreciate like a lot of people reaching out and asking me how am I doing, and yeah, it's been great. You guys are awesome. So I'll see you guys soon. Okay, all right, see you later, guys.